Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is Kyoto's figure complex Amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine powered by Revoltech in 4 minutes or less. Kyoto is the manufacturer, Figure Complex is the line of action figures, Amazing Yamaguchi is the subline, Yamaguchi Katsuhisa is the designer and sculptor, Revoltech is the proprietary joint system, Wolverine is the character. For the sake of brevity, I'm just going to call this Yamaguchi Wolverine. Yamaguchi Wolverine is a 6-inch scale action figure that stands around 5 3/4 inches, although your interpretation of Wolverine's posture may vary. He's a Yamaguchi Revoltech figure, which means he's got a lot of joints, some of which literally don't appear on any other action figure I've ever seen before. Even the joints he shares with other 6-inch action figures are just handled differently. For example, his torso is an upper chest piece, an abdominal piece which is connected by a large Revoltech joint, which is essentially just a ball with 2 ratcheting pins at either end. This allows his torso and abs to have a high degree of crunch and also to rotate on both pins. But the fun doesn't stop there, because he also has left and right torso shoulder pieces that are attached by large ball and socket joints. These can pivot and rotate as needed for your extreme posing needs. But the fun doesn't stop there, because he also has a giant neck piece that fits into the upper torso section, which is also attached by a Revoltech joint, allowing for limited pivot and rotation within the upper torso, and then the head is attached to the top of that neck piece. I don't know how to accurately count those points of articulation other than to say that there are a lot of different posing options that weren't on the table up to this moment in the history of action figures, and that it requires a different thought process and expansion of your mind when composing a picture of Wolverine kicking Deadpool in his chimichangas. This figure has so much articulation and approaches articulation from such a different thought process than I'm used to that it almost feels more like a puzzle than an action figure. This is a piece designed specifically for our new age of figures as posable decorative art or figure photography subjects. This is not something that is meant to be played with, it is something that is meant to be posed. There is a difference, and there are now different action figure products on the market to satisfy those needs. Just about every pose you put this figure in is full of energy and style. There's a movement and kinetic impact to the extreme exaggerated anatomy and hyper-extended articulation. You can push him beyond the squash and stretch limits of normal action figures. The flip side is that a lot of these crazy poses only look good from one angle. Like my mom used to say, sometimes you have to sacrifice the look of the backside to compose such a beautiful front side. Like my personal trainer used to say, sometimes you have to sacrifice the look of the backside to compose a beautiful front side. Like my acting coach used to say, sometimes you have to sacrifice the look of the backside to compose a beautiful front side. He's packed with 3 different heads with different facial expressions, 3 sets of hands, open, holding, and closed fists, as well as an extra hand that looks like it's meant to hold a cigar that's not included, or it's the come here finger from Frank Miller's Wolverine #1 cover from back in 1982. He's also got his claws, which seem cartoonishly big, but only if you compare them to every Wolverine figure that's ever been released. Those claws are removable, but as a whole set as opposed to individually the way Marvel Legends has been doing it. No singular bird-style Wolverine claw here or 2 around the neck. All 3 claws are connected by a single panel which can be switched out on the closed fist hands or the open hands. He's also got a large slash accessory that looks like his Berserker barrage effect featured in the classic Capcom arcade games, but it's a bit of a one-trick accessory. Snap it into another figure's back, and then it looks like he's slashing him from the front. If you don't need a Wolverine figure that aesthetically doesn't fit with the look and feel of the rest of your 6-inch Marvel collection, or you just can't drop the 50 to 75 clams that it's going to cost, then this is an easy pass. But if you love all things Wolverine or want to push yourself outside your action figure posing comfort zone, then this is a must-have, so buy it if you see it, and if you see 2, leave 1 for the next collector. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber, share this video around town, and let us know in the comments below if you went in for this or any of the Yamaguchi line so far. I passed on all 4 figures up to the announcement of Captain America and was like, he's gonna need some friends when he gets here, so I backtracked and grabbed Deadpool, pre-ordered Wolverine and Mags, and now I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that the next figure after Cap is either Punisher or Colossus, even though I know it's probably going to be either Iron Man or Thor or something boring like that. God. It's no joke.